Welcome or welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to use the SUMIF function in Microsoft Excel. The SUMIF function is a function in a worksheet that adds all numbers in a range of cells based on one criteria, and it's a very powerful function to use. And if you like our videos and our learning and training videos, please give us a thumbs up, a like, and share, and also drop a comment on anything you'd like us to do. So how do we create this SUMIF function? Let's get it. So the first thing we do is we hit formulas on the toolbar and we go to insert function on the ribbon and boom, it pops right up, our functions. Now, I was using it before, so it popped right up. But if you have not been using it or you've never used it before, it probably won't show up, but this is how you find it. You type in SUMIF and search for a function, hit go, and then it finds it for you and hit OK. So there's our function right there. Range, criteria, sum of range. So I'm going to get out of this for a minute because I didn't pick a criteria. So let's just say we want to use PAMJ as our criteria. We want to see what PAMJ did for the year-to-date sales, because she's here, and how about Peter K? Let's do him too. Peter K, because Peter K is here, Peter K is here, Peter K is here. So we want to know, like, real quickly, how can we do that? So let's sum that up. So let's get to our function one more time. First, we're going to pick our range. So here is our range right here. And our criteria is PAMJ. And the sum of the range is the year-to-date sales. So basically what we're saying here is, based on this criteria of PAMJ, if you see PAMJ in column A, I want you to sum up what's in column H. That's basically what the function is saying. Hit OK. And that brings back your answer right there. 156,633. And let's check that. Let's proof that. So let's go to PAMJ, hit OK, sum up the year-to-date sales, 156,633, so we know that's correct. Let's do that one more time. Formulas, function, SUMIF, arrange, criteria, this time it's Peter K, sum of the range, and hit OK. Let's clean this up a little bit. And let's proof that. Peter K. Year-to-date sales, 264,157, and we know that that's correct because here's the number that we have. Now, there's another way you can do this as well. Instead of picking the whole columns, you can also pick ranges. For instance, let's get this out of here. Formulas, insert function, SUMIF. So we're going to pick a range. And our range is going to be from A2 to A14. Our criteria is going to be Peter K. And the sum range is going to be the same thing. H2 to H14. We're going to hit OK, and there's our answer. Now, one thing I need to warn you is that when you're doing the SUMIF function, from my experience, if your range, your sum range, and your range are not the same, sometimes you will not get a correct answer. And that has happened to me before. So just make sure that they're equal and they're not off kind of like this. That added up correctly, but like I said, I've seen it before where it hasn't. So let's undo that. Now let's just say that we wanted to find out who some of our biggest vendors were. So let's just pick the first four. I'm going to copy this, and we're going to paste value over here. So Acme. What we can try and do is we can try and see if we can paste the same formula that we have up here. Copy that, paste there. Oh, as you can see, this moved because we moved the formula down. So to make this work, number one, we have to move it over to the vendor so the criterias are the same. And we have to move this up so the ranges are the same. Now let's see what. Perfect. So now you can see that that actually worked. Now let's see if we can drag that same SUMIF formula down to Rollins, Peters, and Hartford. So we can see that we came up with numbers, but are these numbers correct? Let's take a look at the formula. As you can see, as I dragged the formula down, the formula is moved on this side as well, and we can't have that. So I don't think those numbers are correct, so let's fix that. What you can do is when you're doing a range, I would suggest that you put a string in your formula. The ranges. So the formula stays the same. Now let's drag it down. Let's look at Hartford. And as you can see, it stayed. The ranges stayed the same. Peters, the range stayed the same. So that's one thing you have to remember when you're doing a range and you're dragging the formulas. Just make sure that they stay the same and the range and the sum range are equal as well. And there you have it, the SUMIF function in a nutshell. And I hope you liked our tutorial. Please give us a like, a share, and subscribe to our channel. We're going to grow this channel, and we're going to keep giving you more videos. Very easy to understand, very easy to follow. Cut through all the mess, cut to the chase, right to it. So enjoy it, and see you next time.